had a lot of results where it's come down to late goals conceded, and it's very frustrating for us. We just got to try and make things right.
We know like where this club's going. It's going in like an upwards trajectory, so it's something that we have to try and make sure we stay in like the best league in the world, and compete against these teams, and it will just help us more and help the club grow.
Jaidon, big game against Liverpool at the weekend. How much is the 9-0 at Anfield on your mind and wanting to put that right?
Yeah, I guess obviously it's been a while since that game, and a lot of things have changed for us as a team and for them as a team as well. Obviously we want to get a better result than we did last time, and really show a good account of ourselves, and hopefully we can do that on Saturday.
What was it like coming off the pitch after conceding so many goals? What was the dressing room like afterwards?
Yeah, it was the worst dressing room I've been in. Obviously it was not a nice day for anyone, and I'm sure for the fans it was even worse. So it wasn't the best dressing room, and we had to pick ourselves up and try and push back from that.
They've not been in scintillating form, Liverpool, until last weekend, yeah. And then it all seemed to come together. Were you sort of watching that game and thinking, oh no?
No, I think I think you have to look at their whole season and saying they probably haven't been where they wanted to be, which is I can see why they sometimes have games like that where they won last week. So, but they've got the talent in that team, so I guess we just got to be prepared as best as we can and be ready for it.
And for you as a defender, you look at the front three in particular, all got 2 goals apiece against United: Nunez, Salah, and Gakpo. How do you start to try and stifle them?
Yeah, of course, like you've got to first understand like the talent that they have. Of course, they're all world-class players, so you have to give that into reasoning, and then just be ready. So just be ready on your game, and hopefully get a bit of luck against players like that, and just like minimalise their chances as best as you can.
It was such a topsy-turvy weekend for you as well. At one stage, you were, I think, 5th from bottom. You were leading at Arsenal. You end the weekend bottom of the table. Does that feel a bit harsh? Because I've seen a lot of your games this season. I don't think you're the worst team in the Premier League.
Yeah, neither do we. Obviously we've had a lot of results where it's come down to late goals conceded, and it's very frustrating for us, obviously. And we've got to get better at that. Obviously we've got some games to play and a lot of points to pick up. So we still have a lot of belief in ourselves and in what we can achieve. And we just got to try and make things right and try and tighten up where we can and keep improving, really.
You must take a lot of belief though out of the fact you've gone to the Premier League leaders. You've scored after 10 seconds. You've gone 2-0 up there. I mean, they're the genuine article this season. So how much confidence you take from the fact you were so close to winning the game and even closer to getting a point?
Yeah, obviously we took them all the way, and like you say, they've been unbelievable this season and sort of dispatched of every team that's come across them. So I guess there's some confidence to take for us and in the way we took them all the way, but we're still very disappointed in the way it ended and very frustrated and conceding so late on.
Jordan, in terms of the dressing room, we were just talking about it before you sat down. Obviously there was a lot of business done in January. It's very multicultural now, the dressing room. How have you, first team regulars, the guys who've been here a while, how have you helped the new guys adapt since January and settle into the area? Yeah,
no, definitely. I think our dressing rooms are very warm, welcome dressing rooms. So I think if you speak to the new guys that have come in, they've felt very welcome. I think for us, we just try and involve them in everything, from just teach them about English banter and just stuff like that, just little things, because I think that just makes it easier. Because if you're a new person coming into a place, you don't want to feel lost in little things. So sometimes with a few of the French lads, just try and put a little bit of English in a French accent, hope they understand in a way, but just little things. And just stuff like that, helping them with certain bits like the gym or where to go out to eat for dinner and stuff like that around the place. As Bournemouth is such a beautiful place, so there's nice places to go for food and so on. So just little things like that to make them feel more home.
Do you do a lot of socialising as a group of players?
I think a lot of us are quite close, so there's a lot of groups in the team, which is good. But also we're all a big team group as well. But so from time to time we may go out here and then go out for team dinners and stuff like that. And maybe a few of the lads might meet up with themselves, go for golf and stuff like that. We play a bit of pool from time to time, but that's about it really. So.
And obviously it's your first seasons in the Premier League. Jaidon, how have you found the step up from the Championship to the Big Boys League?
Yeah, it's obviously a big step. Obviously last year we were on the other side a bit where we were winning most weeks and really in the end. And this season it's been a lot tougher, and I've enjoyed every step of it, and I feel like I'm learning so much every week. But it's a big step, and we're trying to navigate our way through it and trying to pick up results as quick as we can, really.
It's a really tough run of fixtures you're on at the moment. after this Liverpool game, it looks to be getting a little bit easy. You play a lot of the teams in and around you, so your destiny, despite the fact you're bottom of the table, is still very much in your own hands.
Yeah, like you say, obviously there's a lot of games to play. With teams around us, and there's obviously points we feel like we can pick up, and we've had that from before as well. Like I said, last week it was so close to where we could pick up points, and we just got to try and fix those fine margins, and hopefully it will come good for us.
Sounds like you're a bit of a film fan. Obviously, part of the new ownership group is a Hollywood megastar in the form of Michael B. Jordan. Have you got to meet him much so far?
I think he came over when they first obviously guaranteed the ownership and stuff like that. It was really nice. Just came in, and his aura and everything about him was just a really stand-up person, and he just really cool guy. So it's quite nice. It's a bit surreal because obviously someone that you watch on TV and you see him in films in the cinema, and for him to be part owner of this club is it shows how exciting the times are going to be for this place.
It is exciting, isn't it? Because the new training ground work is underway there. There's plans to redevelop the stadium. They spent big in January. I'd imagine they'll do the same again in the summer. Does that make staying in the Premier League even more significant, do you think?
Yeah, no, of course. I think us as players, we know where this club is going. It's going in an upwards trajectory. So it's something that we have to try and make sure we stay in the best league in the world, and compete against these teams, and it will just help us more and help the club grow and stuff like that.
Just one last one for you, Jaidon. How do you fancy the challenge of going up against Trent Alexander-Arnold and Andy Robertson at the weekend?
Yeah, obviously two very exciting players, and probably some of the best fullbacks in the world, and I always enjoy going into these tough battles and testing myself, and I'm really looking forward to this one for sure.